Good morning, Pink Cheetah here. Hi everybody. Okay, so I am started parking here last night at Walmart. I started to park, I went shopping, and I'm the only person here. And I tried to leave, but I couldn't leave because why? My truck was stuck. No air building up. So I called up Volvo, and Volvo said, you're going to have to wait for them to open up at one place. I said, call the other Volvo. They said they're going to leave them a message. They did, but they didn't answer. So the guy was so kind enough on the phone, and he gave me a reference number to Universal Heavy Equipment and Truck Repair in Long Island. So I have the guy, Jesse, who just came. Thank God, because they knocked on my window this morning, told me they're going to tow me. And I could hear the air leaking. I could hear the air leaking that I thought was through an air valve, but it wasn't an air valve. It's actually my B12 valve. So I'm gonna get fixed today. Hopefully it'll be that's all. That's it. Let's see if it works. Please God, I have to get to Lulu, my sister, and work. Sounds normal so far. I'm gonna try and build up the air, okay? I'm gonna try and build it up. Let's put it in the air. Okay, so this air valve is still leaking, and I'm not building up air. Alright, so Jesse from Universal Truck Repair is going to go to Volvo and get another V2 or B2 or D2, whatever it's called, valve, because he believes the air dryer is frozen. It's freezing up at this time, and I just changed that, and it's a Volvo one, so parts are 1-year warranty, I believe, so I'll return that. But he's gonna come back, bypass something, and then when I get back down south, when it's warmer, have it redone the right way. And he believes it's weather, the cold weather is doing that. And I said, yeah, I believe so too, because it happens when it gets cold, so it's probably that. So he's gonna go get another one and check it and get back to me. Okay, so the guy who came to fix my truck, yeah, he didn't really fix it. It was like a temporary fix to go roughly about 500 feet, and then it broke again, and no one is answering my texts. Very nice. I don't know what happened. Let's say maybe he's busy working under someone else's hood, but I'm going to call the guy in a minute. But I have Roadside Masters coming, which many of you should be affiliated with. They used to be on Trucker Path, are no longer on Trucker Path, and guess why? Because they make you pay. They asked me a million questions, and then they make up a rule, number 18 and 35, as to why they can't pay for the tow, which is what I pay $400 a year for. So they said, if you had this service before letting us know, it voids your tow. I said, what does one have to do with the other? And they said, well, that's number 18. I don't care what number 18 is. I don't care what number 35 is. I am stressed, and you're taking advantage of my answers to turn it around and then not have to pay for my tow. I said, what kind of crap is this? What do I pay $400 for? So anyway, I'm relaxing myself now. They decided to put me on hold, talk to whoever, you know, the pretend. Hold on one second, I'm going to talk to my boss. Hi, boss, blah, 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 blah. This customer is acting irate and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, we're going to pay for $125. All right, $125 is better than nothing. But come on. I pay $400 so I don't have to be stressed. And I feel like when I call your ass, I'm even more stressed than I was before I got stuck. So the tow truck people need air in my valves in order to drive. So I hope they have some little gadget to disconnect it, because he's going to need it. I have no air. That's the whole reason why I gotta be towed. Oh, and then Volvo said I could drop my trailer there. And then Roadside Masters calls me back and says, oh, they said, no, you can't drive and drop your trailer there. So you're gonna need 2 tows. I was like, oh, no, I'm not. So let me call them back. So I did. And one person just, you know, miscommunicated with another and didn't know that I already spoke to someone there that told me, all right, bring my trailer. Because there is absolutely nowhere to drop your trailer in New York. There's just nowhere. Okay, so what I was saying before was, why am I paying for this? I don't understand. That's why I pay $400 a month. I'm sorry, a year. So anyway, they ended up saying they'll pay for $125 of the tow. Well, Hendrickson just showed up. I like them because they do heavy towing here, and they're very well known on the island from Islandia. They actually do my trailer inspections. So let's see. He's gonna drop the drive shaft right now, which is what the first people should have done. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Guess who won their lawsuit against those jack-o'-lanterns that towed me illegally from Publix in the daytime? They are idiots. They even towed somebody else who was in their trailer. In their truck. Morons. But let me show you what truck is going on here. So here's the guy from Hendrickson, and he's dropping the drive shaft right now. Okay, everyone. I finally got my truck back from Volvo, and it was very expensive. Almost it was $1,800, and then tip. Well, what it was not my air compressor, but my air dryer. So my air is built up, everything's fine. So now I just left there, drove a few miles so I can go to my secret hiding spot to park. And there's this ugly trailer that maybe the driver discovered this spot that I park in. And now his very sore on the eyes trailer is parked where I normally park and without a truck. So I don't know how long I'll get to park here, but hopefully someone comes back for this piece of jalopy. So I'm gonna go and get ready to check out maybe a movie nearby and Uber it over and wait for my load tomorrow. I picked up my stuff that I need to at my house. I saw my sister, my nieces, so that was really nice, and my brother-in-law and my mama. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a better day than I am. Everything is gonna work out. Trust me, yesterday was a very bad day. It was like one thing after another. First, my air wasn't pumping from the night before. Then at 7:30 in the morning, Walmart is threatening to have me ticketed or towed, even though I told them it's not working. I can't drive because I have no air. And I'm waiting for someone to come. Then the guy who came to help me, I paid $613 for him to do nothing. I drove 500 feet and I broke down one car before the exit at the light of Walmart. I had to pay for another person to come and tow me. That person who towed me had removed my axle, and then on that axle that I had already fixed, I had a wheel leak, a seal leak again, and I had just had that fixed in September by TA. So TA said at first they weren't going to pay me back, but then they said, yes, we'll pay you, because I told them there was nowhere else for me to go. There's no TA on Long Island. So I'm going to get my money back for that one, thank goodness. I hope so. I'm going to get as much as I can at least. That's another fight. And I went to Gabrielli's in Hicksville, New York, and they're excellent. They just remodeled and put 2 buildings to make it as one. You're not allowed to drop trailers there, but these people were really outstanding service, outstanding work. They weren't trying to throw a million parts into my truck without trying to see if that part was going to work or not. They actually took parts off of another vehicle to see if it was my part or the truck not working, or what was it. So that really, you know, I must commend them on that. So anyway, if you have any issues, I would definitely go. If you're in the New York area, Connecticut area, if you can get to the Volvo dealer of Gabrielli's, that's where I would go. And Hicksville, New York, I'll definitely be a future regular customer. All right, guys. I'm going to check out the movies. Peace out. Bye. Hello, everybody. Pink Cheetah here. Hi. Okay, so today I am home in New York, and I'm in my other truck, which is a work truck. 2 chimneys up north. I have to go and re-sue someone who gave me money back for work or services that weren't performed properly from Universal Heavy Equipment and Repair Shop. But they go under another name, and I found it, and I also found the owner personally, but he wouldn't accept service. Found you. He wouldn't accept service. So I have to get him served again, and I have to sue him again because he gave me a check that was a bad check. I gave it to my mom, and she put it in her account, and it was bad, and I had already taken the money that I borrowed from my mom. So I'm going back to court in Suffolk County. I have to refile again and sue him for filing the first time, and again filing for the second time, and then file for the bad check. And I'm going to the precinct to make a report for a bad check. He thinks I'm just like, you know, an over-the-road trucker and can't do anything, but I don't think so. I'm gonna let him know over-the-road truckers can drive to wherever they need to go and file, and that's what truckers need to do. They need to get on it and not just hire attorneys for fighting their tickets for speeding or whatever violations, but fighting for their money. And I fight for my money all the time. And hopefully I get and I win. So let's see how the day plays out, because you know sometimes precincts don't want to do what they need to do, which is take a report. So hopefully they will. I spoke to someone on the phone. I felt very good about it. I felt like I'm gonna go in the precinct, I'm gonna tell them my problem, and they're actually gonna take a report. I hope they do. So I'll let you guys know soon. Okay, updating you guys. Today I went to Universal Heavy Equipment and Truck and Repair to the address that was on their receipt, and of course they don't do business there anymore for 2 to 3 years. So I did find a little mechanic that was in the back at another address nearby, asked them if they know where this guy is, and he told me go to Island Cinema, make a right, somewhere around there, and I ended up finding them. So I ended up finding the father, and I asked the father of Bob Burkhart, who is the one who wrote me the bad check, if he could please speak to his son since he's his daddy, and you know, I told him the story of what happened. So I didn't stop there. I went to where his last known address was, and nobody was there. But I did go knock on the neighbor's house, and I found out that he no longer lives there. He moved 2 years ago. So I'm gonna find him in another area that I found him on Facebook. But I came to the precinct because his dad said he's in Florida. So I'm so glad he's having a good time on my money. So I went to the 6th precinct and I made my report. So when he decides to pay me, we'll see. But I also went to, where else did we go? Court. We went to the court. I went with my mom. My mom's with me. We went to the courthouse and I filed everything against him again, but with the wrong address. So now I have to go back again tomorrow and put the correct address. But now I have a police report, and the detectives are going to call him to ask him if he knew he wrote me a bad check or not. And now that he knows that, he should be writing me a good check. Hopefully I get my money to pay my mom back.
With the court money from today.
And the court money, including today. I don't know if he'll pay gas. I'd have to go to, I'm still going to go to court for that. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully everything gets done. Okay, today is the next day. I got a call this morning from Officer Cowell from the 6th precinct in Suffolk County, and I explained everything to him. He said he's going to try and reach out to the guy that wrote me the bad check, and he reached out to his father, and he told me, he called me back and he said, can you go there after 1? They're going to pay you. I just love how for the first time, I think this is the first time the police really helped me. I got to call his commanding officer and thank him for whatever words he used. It made this father suddenly go and get money to help me out. So I'm gonna go there after 1, but I'm at court again today in case they don't want to pay for the court fees and my traveling fees, because technically my address, I live in Florida and I came here with a load, but I came from my mother's house here, and technically they would have to pay me per mile from Florida, and I'm gonna see if he'll give me back some money for traveling from my mom's house here. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But I'm gonna get my 337.13 because Pink Cheetah don't play that. No, she doesn't. All right, I'm just getting to Universal that owes me money, and I'm gonna give him a copy of the check and get my money. I just wanted to explain to you guys who are probably saying, why would you go through all that work for $337 plus court fees, traveling fees, etc.? Because it's helping all you guys out there, truckers or non-truckers, that this company thinks they're going to hide and no one's going to find them. But I found them. I found their house as well, and they had to pay. Now they'll think next time, if they're going to do this shit to another trucker, and they'll think if they're gonna do that shit to me, which I know, lesson learned is they learn they can't outrun the Pink Cheetah.